Well, what is up, everybody, and welcome to a beautiful morning here on the upper Texas coast. We got the waders on, a fishing rod in hand. We're heading out to this oyster reef right now to see if we can hook into some speckled trout on this absolutely gorgeous morning. Zero wind, water looks good, bait jumping everywhere, and I think it's gonna be a nice little window here to catch some good fish. So we're starting off with this right here, which is a, if it would stop swinging, a 1/8 ounce jig head with a mirror lure Lil John. Boom. Let's see what we can hook into. We'll throw the GoPro on the head, and hey, I'm gonna stop talking because I just can't wait to make the cast here. Let's get after it, y'all. So we're making our way to this oyster reef up here. We have an outgoing tide coming from under this bridge right here. There's a little back lake on the other side, and it just drains out into the main part of the bay out here. And ideally, that tide is gonna push those bait fish out, and the predator fish will be stacked up waiting for them to come by. The tide's not moving too much. It's already starting to die out, but I think those fish should still be around and feeding. It's early morning, they're hungry. Looking for a little bit of breakfast, so let's see if we can get on something. Just doing a typical retrieve with the lure, casting, letting it sink for a second, and just little bounces. Oh, there's one already. Second cast of the day. That could be a flounder, I think. Pretty sure that is a flounder. Oh, we'll never know. I horsed him in. I was too excited. That was definitely a flounder, I'd say. I'd bet money on that, but darn. Man, that would have been just a great little intro right there, right, y'all? Hey, there's more fish to come. That was a great sign. All we gotta do is keep casting. Hopefully we'll get into some more. I'm pumped up already. Alright, we're hooked up, y'all. I saw a blow up out there in the middle. Cast it right to it. Get ourselves something here. What is that? It looks like it's fighting like a trout, but dude, that's weird. It is a trout. Beautiful little speckled trout this morning. Always wet your hand before you touch these guys. I don't think that's what blew up. It was a way bigger blow up than what this thing could make. There we go. Little male. Absolutely beautiful fish. Let's go ahead and get a good release on him. Swam off great. Great way to start the day. About 5-10 minutes into fishing and we already hooked up. Let's see if we can do it again. Usually where you find one that size, you'll find a lot more. Hopefully we'll get into some bigger ones though, but hey, I'm not complaining. I haven't been fishing in about a week and a half, so any bite is a good bite right now. Oh, another little blow up out here. Let's cast out to it. It's right there. There he is. What is that? Another little trout, looks like. There we go, y'all. A little bit better fish. I don't have a net today, so we're just grabbing them. But y'all, when you're out here fishing, any type of fishing, not just wade fishing, but just watch sometimes. You're not ready. Walk them around. Just watching the water will tell you so much. I mean, look for where you see bait blowing up, birds diving, a little swirl like where I saw this one. There we go, and that's actually a keeper, but we'll go ahead and let him go. Not too worried about keeping a ton of fish today. Beautiful, about 16-inch trout. Yeah, about 16 inches. Let's get a release. But yeah, guys, I mean, just general fishing knowledge, man. Watch the water. It'll tell you so much. When you're out here wade fishing, look for where you see blow-ups, where you see swirls, mullet jumping out. Really just any type of bait. And cast towards it. Look for redfish tailing, anything, any sign of movement. All right, just had another swirl right here. Let's make a cast right to it. These are all just trout coming out of the water. There, oh, he hit it, he hit it. Let's see, hit it, come on. Let's put it back in front of them. A lot of time if you miss a trout, cast right back in the same spot, they'll hit it again. Come on. Oh, he hit it again. Let's give him one more cast. Oh, y'all see that? Y'all see that on top? Chasing the lure in. Come on, hit it again. Y'all, there he is. Oh, pulled him off. Oh, look at all these trout out here. Dang, this is insane, guys. There he is. Got him. Look at that, y'all. That was maybe one of the best freaking bites of my life. Nice big old speckled trout. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good fish, y'all. Come on. It's important when these fish get close, play them out. Keep the pressure on them, but don't pull that hook out of their mouth. That's going on the stringer for sure. They don't get much better than that. 18 inches fat. Hey, we're taking him home for dinner. Thank you, God, for this awesome fish right here. Awesome morning already. Woke up a little bit late, guys, this morning. I didn't even make the ferry on time. I had to wait an extra 30 minutes. Got out here late, thought it was gonna be bad. And that just shows you right there. You never know what's gonna happen. Trout on the stringer. See if we can get some more. And I actually think I'm gonna have to walk back to the truck. It's not far, and grab that topwater. You cannot miss out on a topwater bite like this. Okay, we're making our walk back from the truck. I couldn't find a topwater. The only thing I could find is this thing, which is not necessarily a topwater. Yes, it stays on the surface, but it's a subsurface. You can see it. That should still get bit. We may not have those fish jumping way out of the water for it, but I think a big old trout should gulp that. So let's get back over here. See if we can get into one. I mean, what a terrible day to forget a topwater. I have a whole box at home with them, and I didn't even grab them this morning. Okay, I just heard one of the biggest blow-ups I've ever heard. A trout just slurping something down way out there. I don't know if I even reached him. Gotta reach that. That was insane. Oh, there he went. He jumped out of the water for it. Right when it hit. I'm doing the #1 rule I say to never do when you're wade fishing, and that's push fish. I'm standing right where I was hooking them earlier, but I can't help it. I keep seeing the blow-ups farther out here. There he is. There he is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a good trout. That's a good trout. It pulled drag. Yes, sir. It's pulling drag. That might be a real good one. Let's go, baby. Come on, let me just see you. Stay pinned. Let's go, dude. It gets no better than this. This is a day that people dream of out here fishing. I've only been fishing for like 30 minutes. He's not even crazy big. Smaller than the last one. Still just a beautiful fish. Look at that. Beautiful speckled trout. Boom. And this is a great keeper size fish. I mean, it's literally perfect. 17 inches, 16, 17 inches. But because that's my first fish on that lure, let's just get a look at him. Let's enjoy him. Let's let him go. Thanks, bud. More to come. All right. Heck yeah, y'all. Let's go. I'm pumped. Oh. Well, there goes that lure. Okay, I've recovered my lure. I see it floating. Boom. Glad to have you back, buddy, with my leader on it. Let's go. Hey, what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk back over here. We're gonna put this in the pouch for a minute. And if we see him blow up again, then I'll tie that back on. It kind of slowed down since I tied that lure on. I've only seen like one blow up since then. Earlier I saw like 5 or 6 when I was standing out here. So we're gonna put that lure away for a second. If we see him start popping on the surface, I'll throw it back on and hopefully we'll hook into some more. But right now let's try to get some numbers out here. Throw something that I know they'll eat. Well, I mean, literally just with the snap of a finger, guys, it is turned off. There's still a bunch of bait up behind me, but when I fished it, nothing was around it yet. We might revisit that in a minute, but where all these trout were earlier, they're not here anymore. I mean, all we can do is keep fishing. Alrighty though, that's all the fish that I catch today. It's already been an awesome day. Happy with that. But let's keep casting and see if we can hook into some more. So it's still pretty early. I don't know exactly what time it is, but I'd say it's no later than 9 o'clock. But I haven't gotten a bite in about 30 minutes at least. And I don't see any bait anymore. I don't see anything. It's just completely flat calm and the spot just went dead. So I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the truck, or start making my wade back, I should say. I'm gonna fish it all the way back. Maybe we'll hook into something, maybe catch a flounder up close to the rocks. But if not, then I'll see y'all back at the car. But hey, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned because this is gonna be a catch and cook video. I have that one nice trout on the stringer and I'm thinking I'm gonna do a whole cooked trout. So y'all stay tuned for that. See if we can hook into anything else. If not, I'll see y'all back at the truck and then back to the house. All right, so I just hopped out of the water here. I got my one trout on the stringer. A nice like 17, 18 inch fish right there. It was a really awesome morning out there. As y'all can see on the camera, those fish were blowing up everywhere, and then out of nowhere, dead. Nothing, and I didn't catch anything after that at all. Like, I had one bite, and I'm pretty sure it was a sand trout. So we're gonna head home now. We're gonna cook up this fish. Y'all stay tuned for that. Also, before we do that though, I want to remind you that if you're looking to get yourself a new pair of sunglasses, just like these right here, you can use code BEFORE and get 15% off at waterlandcode.com. I highly recommend them. Super nice glasses. These are the Sobro style with the green lenses, and they're pretty nice. So definitely make sure to check them out. I'll have the link in the description down below. You can click on that and get your 15% off. So with that being said, let's go ahead, take off the waders, and oh, this is exciting, guys. Officially the last time wearing waders for the summer. I probably didn't even have to wear them today. It's like 75 right now. The water's like 70, but I didn't really feel like getting wet. But next time, I'll tell you what, I'm not wearing them because I am starting to sweat right now. So that is officially the last time wearing them for the winter. Time to start wet wading. I'll see y'all back at the house. Let's cook that fish up and see how good it tastes. So we have our one speckled trout from the other day right here. We're back at the house and we're gonna be cleaning this guy up for y'all real quick. And we're actually gonna be doing something a little bit different than what I've done before. And that is a whole stuffed speckled trout. So what you're gonna need for this is a pair of either scissors or kitchen shears like these. And then of course, your fillet knife. Now I actually saw this method on somebody else's channel. He goes by the name of Reed the Fishmonger. I'm sure some of y'all have heard him. He has a pretty big following for cleaning fish and showing you different ways to fillet them and prepare them. So we're just gonna take these shears, and I've already started right here. We're just gonna cut off the fins. So we're starting on the back, hold them up. Just like that. We're gonna do it to every single fin. Right here. As you can see, these aren't the sharpest, but they definitely work. Boom. And then lastly, these two. Okay. Next we're gonna do is just take our fillet knife and we're just gonna run it down the back like we're filleting it. Just get it in there right there. We're basically just gonna fillet it away from that spine, because then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the spine out. So just running down the back, just like this, all the way up to the head. And this is gonna be a whole cooked trout, like I said, so the head's gonna stay on there. We're basically trying to get the guts out in the bone right now. But we're gonna do this side. The biggest thing is you wanna make sure you don't cut all the way down through the belly. We're gonna leave it so it makes a little pocket. And let me tell you what, guys, summer is definitely here. It is hot as heck today. I'm sweating right now. but we'll start with about that. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side of the spine. So we have that side off right there. As you can see, we're down to the guts. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Might be a little tricky, so let's see. Just gonna make a cut like this first, and then we'll come back. It's not my prettiest fillet job, but it is working. Okay, so just like that. Now we're gonna take these shears again. We're gonna snip that backbone. So as you can see, we have it basically butterflied open. We're gonna snip that and go in here and pull it out. Wow, that worked a lot better than I was expecting, y'all. We'll get all these guts out with it. Just like that. Then we're just gonna make a couple more cuts right here so we can get all the meat off the back and not leave any bones. Pretty much the general idea of it right there. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be a lot harder to do than it was. It took me a little minute. Definitely not as quick or as simple as just knocking the sides off, but I mean, what was that? 4 or 5 minutes tops. All we're gonna do now is just pull out the rest of these guts. Usually when I do a whole fish, I'll break the bottom open right here and I'll pull the gills out, but for this you don't really need to. You're only gonna be eating from here back. So pull this out. And I actually believe in the original video, he cut all this belly meat out right here. So he got rid of all the bones on the belly. I'm not gonna lie, I watched the video like 3 times. I don't know how to do that. So the last thing we gotta do before I'm ready to cook this, which I actually completely forgot, is take the scales off. Trout don't have crazy big scales, but still kind of want to take them off. And I would recommend doing this before you cut the backbone out. So all we're gonna do is just take the back of our fillet knife. You can see the scales coming right off. Speckled trout, they come off super easy. You don't need a scaler or a spoon or anything. Use the dull side of your fillet knife. Do the same thing on this side. There we go. Pretty much completely scaled. I'll go over it one more time, but let's wash this thing out, take it inside, and then we'll fill it up with some crab meat and whatever else we can find, throw it in the oven. That should be a delicious meal. Y'all stay tuned. So we have all of our stuff for our mix right here. What we have in here is some Parmesan cheese, half of an onion diced up, breadcrumbs, a little bit of garlic powder, and then our crab meat, the best part right there. And then of course an egg in the middle to bring it all together. If you don't want to use an egg, feel free to use some butter, melted butter, or feel free to use some type of mustard or something like that. But we're just gonna beat this up, mix it all together. And if we need to add more breadcrumbs, we'll add more. If we need to add more egg, we'll add more of that. Basically, we're just trying to get this to stick, like we're making stuffing or something. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because you have to remember, we're not making like a fish cake, so we don't need it to stick in like a hamburger form. We're gonna be putting this inside the fish, and that cheese is gonna melt down and all that stuff. And putting it inside the fish is also gonna help hold together too. So we're probably gonna add a little bit more egg, and then I think that's gonna be perfect. But that's really it, y'all. Add whatever you want. You wanna add some bell pepper, celery, onion, it's up to you. This is just what we're putting in this one today. I'm sure shrimp would be great too. Okay, our stuffing is mixed up. Now it's time to get dirty. So just take your hands, grab a clump of it, lay it inside that fish. And yeah, I can already tell I made way too much. I think I definitely made enough for about 2 or 3 trout, but we'll do it just like that. Hold it like that, like a little boat. And that's it. Now what we could also do is we could take this and fold it up and try to put toothpicks through it, but I don't think that's gonna work. I think we're just gonna leave it like this. Let me wash my hands real quick and we'll go ahead and throw it in the oven. So the last thing we're gonna do before it goes in the oven is season it up, because I forgot to do that a minute ago. There's a lot of flavor in that stuffing, but Give it a little dusting of that. Let's go ahead and throw it in. I got the oven set at 375. I'm thinking it should take about 15 to 20 minutes, but we'll check it and we'll let y'all know. Okay, here's our fish right here, completely done. Y'all take a look at this. Looks really good. Now, I'm about to go out and go fishing right now, so I'm not even gonna put this thing on a plate. I don't have time to deal with all that. So we're just gonna take it and eat it right out the pan. It's gonna buy this stuffing right there, the crab meat in it. Yeah, that looks good. Piece of the fish, nice and flaky. Look at that. Perfect. Beautiful, steaming, juicy speckled trout. Let's take a bite. Cheers. Ooh, that's a big bite. My goodness, guys, that is amazing. I don't know what's better, the trout or the stuffing itself. I think it's all just really good put together. This is a really great recipe. Super easy to try out. It actually was not that hard to clean that fish into this shape and pull out that backbone. It was way simpler than I thought it was gonna be. So that's gonna do it for the video, y'all. Try this one out. Thank you guys for watching. Also, I just wanna say this was an epic day of fishing. Like one of my favorite days of fishing I've had in a long time. Not because of the number of fish caught, but just because of how we caught them. Just watching them blow up everywhere, the trout literally jumping out of the water. I hope I can have a day like that again soon. But that's it for right now. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're not already. If you are, thank you guys so much. Until next time, peace.